Very good morning, all the students. Today we will see or start with the type number 2 in the structural matrix of a truss element, that is the formulation of a global load matrix. So, under this topic, the truss geometry will be like this. Okay. So, how you will identify that you have to solve or you have to formulate the formulation of the global load matrix is that in your numerical itself it is mentioned that you have to only formulate the global load matrix for the given truss member. Okay, so as the geometry as shown on the screen, the member is having start from A, B, C, D. Okay, so here is the member. A is there, B is there, okay, C is there, D is there, and E is there. Okay, so here the value of EI is calculated as 15.6 into 10 to the power 4 kilonewton. Now the important part is that how to check that on which point, or rather on which nodal point you have to calculate the degree of kinematic indeterminacy. So first of all, you have to start writing your coordinates from the simple joints. So this is a start from left side, this. So this is 1. You have to write 1, 2. Okay, because D is a independent joint is there, so here the degree of kinematic indeterminacy will be formed. Then next to the D is E, so here you can write it as the coordinate as 3 and 4. Okay, so these are the 4 coordinates. Then next point is the B point. This is 5 and 6. This is 5 and this is 6. And if you see that the joint A and C are the support and these are the fixed support, so here the degree of kinematic indeterminacy will be 0. So that means that you have to calculate the DOKI, degree of kinematic indeterminacy, at point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let us see how to calculate the formulation of the matrix. So the next step is, after DOKI, is the formulation of the load matrix. So we know that this step very well. You have to calculate the stiffness matrix for individual members and then assemble this member as per that. So first of all, the member is AB. So AB is the horizontal member, if you see that, and here the value of EA is also there. Some member is having the value of EA and some member is having the value of 2EA. So theta is 0 for case of AB, as it is a horizontal member, so there will be no angle of inclination, so theta will be treated as 0. So value of CX will be ultimately 1 and 0. CX represent the cos theta, CY represent the sin theta. Now EA by L, as we know that EA is calculated as 15.6 10 to the power 4. Length of the member we know from the dimension itself, that is 4. So the EA by L value is 39 into 10 to the power 3, kilonewton per meter. Then structural matrix 1, put the values, and then you will get the value of SM1 is like this, and the corresponding coordinate for AB is 7856. So you have to write it here very carefully, 7856, 7856. Okay, then go for the next member, that is the member is AD, that is a vertical member. So this is for AD, the angle of inclination is 90 degree, as it is a vertical perpendicular member. So CX CY is equal to 0 and 1. EA by L value is this value like this. Then SM2 matrix for the corresponding coordinates of 7, 8, 1, 2 you have to calculate. Then member AE, the next member is AE, you have to calculate. So one thing you must understand, that why I'm start writing or the formulation of the stiffness matrix from A, because you have to start your calculation from the left hand side itself. You can start from C also, you can B also, but you have to choose that member where the number of members are connected. Okay, so A is the member where number of members are connected, and it is also start from the left hand side. So I am choosing this A member. So first of all, if you consider the member A, sorry, if you consider the point A, so whatever the member is connected with the point A, you have to calculate the stiffness matrix for the member connected to A. That is for AB, then AD, then AE, then go to the next joint. So joint wise, likewise you have to go and then go for the next joint. So initially I have considered the joint A. So you can choose any of the joint. So I have considered the joint number A. So it is better to start from the left side. So AB is calculated. Similarly AD you can calculate. Similarly AE you can calculate. Okay. So likewise after A you can go for the next joint. That is a joint number D is there. So you have to see that how many members are connected with D. So D is connected with, okay, DE is there, then DB is there. Okay, so let us start with DE, then BE. D is calculated and B is calculated. Okay, B and D is calculated. Then the next member you can calculate as BD. Okay, then you can calculate also the member as BC. Okay, so first of all we will see how to calculate the member for how to calculate the member of the force for the let us see BD here, because the angle of inclination is also calculated here, BD. So if you see in your diagram BD, this BD is there. Okay, so here the angle is given as 51.34. so one thing I would like you to tell you that many of the students are always committing the mistake in this type of numerical is like that they are directly choosing this value of theta in their numerical for CXCY calculation. Look, you have to consider the angle, whatever the angle will be formed at a particular member, you have to calculate from the horizontal side, sorry, from the anti-clockwise direction, from the horizontal axis. Okay, so as it is already given as 51.34, but you have to start counting this angle from the left side. That is this angle will be applicable for BD. So therefore we know that the total horizontal angle, half angle is 180. So 180 minus 51.34. So the angle for BD will be 180 minus 51.34, that is 128.66. So this point you must understand that. Okay, then accordingly put the value of this theta in cos theta and cos sin theta, and you will get the answer as 6CY. Then the rest of the procedure you know better. Okay, you have to calculate EA by L, then there's some 6 matrix, put this value in the respective coordinates of the matrix, and you will get the structural matrix. Then similarly for the member BC you can calculate, then member for CE you can also calculate. Then the final and foremost important, that is the last step, is this your like this K matrix. So K matrix is of 6 by 6. So it will be formed for 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Here also 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Okay, so in your examination this numerical may be asked for only 7 marks, only for 7 marks, because in that numerical you may be asked for only to formulate the global load matrix. So this is a global load matrix, this is a K matrix of 6 by 6. You need not require to solve the displacement as well as the member forces. Okay, so if it is asked, then it may be very difficult to put in your calculator of 6 by 6. So you have to solve that numerical manually, but in your examination this numerical is always asked for 7 marks up to that step only. Okay, so let us see how this value will come. So you have to see 1 1 for first case, 1 1. So 1 1 is there. Let us see from all the 8 members, 1 1 here, 9 8 is not there, this is not there, 1 1 this is there, 18.74 is there, one matrix. Then this 3900 is there, then this also 00 is there. So 3900 or 18 value is there. So when you club this value 39 plus 18, this is equal to 57.74 into 10 to the power 3. This 10 to the power 3 make it as common outside the bracket. So you have to see this coordinate 1 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5 1 6 1 for row number 1 from all 8 matrix that you have calculated, and you have to sum that or you have to subtract that whatever as per your sign convention, and then you have to put the value very carefully here in this final matrix. So this numerical is asked in your examination for 7 marks. Okay, so this is the type number 2, that is the formulation of the global load matrix. We will see more similar type of this numerical in our next lecture. So thank you for your kind attentions. Thank you.